But there was another girl trying to come up behind me. I said, hang on, he wanted me to do something, the door's not open. So he had her pull the door to him. He was trying to get me to flash him out there, and I told him, hell no. Trying to get me to flash him, hell no, hell no, hell no.
You kissed her, felt on her butt. You're not denying that now, are you? You're not denying that your hand was all over her ass, are you?
Was that part?
Because I can show it back to you on the video if you've got any confusion in your head about what you did. So don't sit here and lie to me no more.
I'm not trying to lie. I seriously thought I was putting my hand on her back.
Yeah, there's a difference between her back and her butt. Show it back to you on the video if you got any confusion in your head about what you did.
Come in. What's your name?
Alvarado, Ashley Alvarado.
Alvar.
APO.
Ashley, what's your date of birth?
7.
What's your home address?
1309 Young's Mill Road. The Banks, Georgia.
You have a contact number, telephone number at that address or house?
I have a cell phone
Okay, how long have you been in jail here with us?
since July 13th.
What dorm are you in right now?
Age.
Is that on pod what's that?
Friday.
Pod A? Dorm H? You say H?
Yes, sir.
Is that where you've been the whole time since you've been here?
No. When I came in, they put me in I,
Okay.
and they've moved me from I to H, and that's where I've been ever since.
Okay. Do you know about how long you've been at H?
For a while now, for probably about a month and a half.
And then you was in dorm I before that from the time you got here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, actually, what I want to talk to you about is, let me, before I get any further into it, what charges you got on you right now?
Violation of probation.
Violation of probation?
Yes, sir.
Superior Court?
No, sir. State.
State Court? Who's your probation officer?
Kenny Coleman.
Kenny?
Coleman.
Okay. What I want to talk to you about, actually, I want to do a tape interview with you in regards to the situation involving one of our jailers back there. Have you had any contact with one of our jailers back there by the name of Timothy Lowery or maybe by Brian Lowery?
No, sir. I've talked to somebody on the intercom.
Talk to him? Okay. What's the content of your conversation?
Just talk about jail and how long I've been here.
Okay. Do you know who it is? Do you know his name? Is it the same guy I'm saying?
All I know is it's Officer Lowery or
long's this been going on? That you've been talking to?
Just a couple days.
Just a couple of days. Okay. What's the content of y'all's conversation? I mean, what do you talk about? What do y'all just, you mean the buzzer thing you just push through and talk to him?
He just says he's not mean like the rest of them. And he just talks about like him and his friends going out on the outside.
Has he ever brought you out of your dorm?
To give me an extra sack lunch one day.
How long has that been?
Just a couple of days ago.
Why did he do that, do you think?
I mean, I asked him if I could get a double lunch, and he told me that I could come out and get another one.
Where did you come out to?
Outside Unit H, outside the unit door. You know where you come out the next door that that goes to visitation or whatever? That door. Outside of my unit door and then outside the next door.
So what do you do when you come out that door? You just kind of go to the left there a little bit,
Yes, sir.
kind of back over to the side.
There was a table sitting there against the wall.
Did you take the lunch back inside the dorm?
Yes, sir.
Okay, have you ever given him anything?
And like, what do I have to do?
Anything? Have you given him anything? Any kind of notes, papers, anything of that nature?
Sir.
Has he ever done anything else for you?
No, sir. That's it.
I said just gave you an extra sack lunch a couple days ago.
Sir.
Is there anybody else in that dorm that he's been talking to or anything that you know of?
Not that I know of.
Anybody else he brings out to give an extra sack lunch to or anything that you aware
Sir.
of? You're the only one.
Yes, sir.
How long you had contact with him? How long is this that y'all kind of been talking or whatever?
Just a couple of days.
Just a couple of days.
Yes, sir.
Have you received anything from him other than a sack lunch?
Yes, sir.
You're sure of that?
Yes, sir.
And you've never given him anything?
Yes, sir.
Not one thing?
No, sir.
Have you ever hugged him or kissed him?
I gave him a hug.
When did you give him a hug?
When I got the sack lunch.
How did he hug you back?
And just like hugged me. Like you would hug somebody.
Okay. Has he ever given you any cigarettes?
Yes, sir.
You sure?
Yes, sir.
Has he ever given anybody else any cigarettes back?
No, sir.
You've never given him anything.
No, sir.
And you just gave him a hug the one time and that's it.
Yes, sir.
And then you're sure of that?
I'm sure.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Okay. And you're sure that you've never given him anything?
Yes, sir.
Without a doubt.
Without a doubt.
Okay. And you only hugged him that one time?
Yes, sir.
And that's it? Without a doubt?
Yes, sir.
And you
Without a
know
doubt.
for sure?
Sure.
Okay. I tell you, you're lying to me. Because I got you on video camera. No, there ain't no lying on video camera, okay? So here's your option. You shoot straight with me and tell me the truth. And things will go a lot easier for both of us, okay? Because there's no sense in lying because I got you on videotape. So, you want to tell me the truth now? You start talking. I'm here to listen.
I hugged him and he gave me a kiss.
Okay. What else?
And I have hugged him before.
Okay. What else?
And I've given him a letter
Who's the letter to? To him?
to him.
Okay. What kind of letter was it? Was it like a love letter or something
No.
like that?
No, it was just stating like when I got out, like we'd hang out and stuff. Because he asked me to write him a letter.
They asked you to write in the letter? Well, when y'all talk on the intercom, what all did you say?
We just talk about like hanging out, and he talks about going out to the cornfield or something with his friends, and they drink and they have fun. And the other day his back windshield got busted out or something with that. It's nothing like bad or love talk or nothing like that.
When you kissed him, where were y'all at when that took? See, y'all had more than one occasion that y'all come outside the dorm. How many times has that been?
Twice.
Twice?
The first time he told me to come outside the female swinger and bring him the letter.
Okay. And so that was the first time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then on the second time, what happened?
So when I came out and got the sack lunch, and he was standing to the left beside the table. The table was up against the wall, and I gave him a hug, and he gave me a kiss.
Did he feel on you? Where did he feel on you?
My butt.
Okay, where else?
That's it.
Okay. Did he feel your chest area
Well, he
too?
did look down my chest.
Right. Have he ever given you anything else besides the sack lunch? Did he put something in the sack lunch?
No, sir.
You're absolutely sure?
I'm sure.
So how long, when did all this happen?
It'd be the last day we had sack lunch was Sunday.
This past Sunday?
So,
All right.
Sunday. Actually, would have been a sack dinner.
yeah,
They
Sunday.
get fed 2 hot meals in the daytime or something.
All right. Ashley, he ever give you any cigarettes? Not one cigarette, Ashley. Now I ask you, you've already been honest about everything else. You might as well go and be honest about the rest of it now.
There was a piece of cigarette in there.
In the sack lunch.
So
How much?
it was just like a little torn off piece of cigarette. It was sitting in the bottom of the sack.
Is that the only time he's ever given you some cigarettes?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. I'm positive.
Okay. Who else back there knows this? Anybody?
Just the person I was smoking with.
Who's that person?
Crystal City.
Crystal City. When you, were you given a note by him as well?
No, sir. He never gave a letter back.
He
said
did or
he was-
didn't?
He didn't. He said he was going to, and he didn't.
So a trustee didn't bring you a letter back there?
Yes, sir. My trustee won't pass notes.
There what now?
My trustee won't pass notes.
Who's y'all's trustee back there?
I don't know how to pronounce her first name, but Renee Wilson.
Is she white or black?
She's black.
Okay. Do y'all have a white trustee back there too?
On the other side, and I.
Okay.
I'm scared to tell you about the cigarette because he told me that if I said anything that he has our addresses and phone numbers.
For like a threat or something?
I kind of took it that way, but I really didn't pay it no attention.
So anybody else other than Crystal Civil know about this?
So,
Just you and her?
well, I mean, I've heard people around the dorm talking about it.
How did they know? Did y'all say anything? Did Crystal say anything or what?
I don't know how they knew, but I mean, I've heard people talking about it around our dorm.
What did you say to him in the letter? I mean, the gist, you don't have to give me the whole thing, but just the gist of what the letter was about.
Like my height, my hair color, how old my son was. Just tell him like the basics of me.
Did, at any point in time, did you know if he's married, single, or whatever?
He didn't say.
He didn't say.
He did say that he wasn't with nobody. He said that he'd come pick me up when I got out. And he was gonna go to the mall and buy me an outfit and stuff like that.
Is there anything else before we do the tape portion of the interview that you can think of that I'm glad to ask? Is there anything else you know about this you want to tell me?
So that's everything.
All right, I'm just gonna do a little tape interview with you right here regarding this right here, and I'll start it. Today's date is 09/29/2010. It's 11:38 hours. Byron Hadley, Captain, Troup County Sheriff's Office, Officer of Professional Standards. I have in my office here one Ashley Alvarado. Alvarado is spelled ALVARADO. She's white female, date of birth 1987. Her home address currently incarcerated in Troup County Sheriff's Office jail, Pod A, Dorm H. She's been in custody with Troup County Sheriff's Office since about July 13th, 2010. And she's here for state court probation violation. Also present is Captain Marty Reeves, Captain Troup County Sheriff's Office Jail Division. Will you state your name for me?
Ashley Alvarado.
Okay. Actually, the information that I gave regarding your name and date of birth and address and the other information, the bio information concerning everything else, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
One other thing, your probation officer is Kenny Coleman, is
Yes,
that
sir.
correct? Okay, actually, I've talked to you concerning the situation involving one of our detention officers back there, and the information that we discussed was in regard to a detention officer, Brian Lowery. Is that how you know him? Or you know him as Detention Officer Lowery or what?
Yes, sir. I know him as loud.
Okay. All right. You stated to me that y'all been talking to each other for a period of time over the intercom. Is that
Yes,
correct? Okay. This conversation from the intercom led to some other things that took place. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me what's happened between y'all and that kind of thing. Between contacts and that kind of thing.
He called me out to the swinger one day. I think it was Saturday.
Okay.
And to give him a note. I wrote him. He wanted me to write him a note, so I wrote him a note and I took it out to him and given him a hug. And then I went back into my unit. And then Sunday we were talking, and he told me I could come out into the swinger and get another sack lunch.
Okay.
And I gave him a hug.
That was Sunday, the very next day.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And I gave him a hug, and he gave me a kiss, and he was touching on my butt,
Okay.
And he also looked down my shirt. And when I took my lunch back into the dorm, it did have a piece of a cigarette in the bottom of it.
So you had a piece of a cigarette down in the bottom of the bag that had the sack lunch in it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and you received all this from Detention Officer Lowery.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And
It also had a lighter in there.
had a lighter in
Yes,
there.
sir.
Okay. All right. Was there anything else in the bag besides the lunch, the cigarette, and the lighter?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You said the only other person that knew anything about this in the dorm was actually Crystal Sue,
Yes, sir.
and y'all smoked a cigarette.
Yes, sir.
Okay. He's been telling you stuff that's going on with him concerning his what he does on the outside when he's
Yes,
like
sir.
had partying and stuff like that. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Going to a cornfield or something?
With
You
his
said.
friends. I think it was Friday night, and they were drinking, and one of the guys he had got to an argument with, and they busted his back window out of his. He said he had a red Dodge truck,
Okay.
and they busted the back window out of it.
And he told you that he would. He said he wanted to. He asked you to write him a letter,
Mm-hmm.
and you gave him that letter.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You know how many pages it was, or
Just one.
it was one page? Okay. Was there anything else in the letter that you gave to him, or just a letter?
What do you mean?
Was there anything wrapped when you had it folded over? Was there
Yes, sir.
anything inside?
Just a letter.
Okay. And he told you when you got out, he would like.
He'd come pick me up. Did you have somebody here to call him? Because I was like, well, you know, how do you know when I get out? Because I don't know your number. And he read my number back to me that's in the computer, I guess. He said that I give my number when I come into booking. And he said that he'd have somebody here call him when I got out, and he'd come pick me up from here. And he would go buy me an outfit and stuff to wear home.
He said somebody would take you to the mall or something.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, back to the thing. 2 contacts on it where he come out and you gave him the letter, gave him a hug, and did you give him a little kiss on the side of the face on that day?
Yes, sir.
Okay. That was Saturday.
Yes,
Turn
sir.
around Sunday, give you a sack lunch, you go around the corner, he gives you a kiss, and that was on the lips,
Yes, sir.
and he felt of your rear end and he looked down your shirt.
Yes, sir.
He also had your cigarette and a cigarette lighter inside the bag, the sack lunch. Okay. Anything else?
No, sir.
Anything else you want to tell me?
That's right.
Okay. We end this interview with Ashley Alvarado. It's 9/29/2010. It's 11:44 hours. Again, I'm Byron Hadley, Captain, Troup County Sheriff's Office, Officer of Professional Standards, and also present is Captain Moy, please. All right, you know y'all are not supposed to have contraband. And on top of that, detention officers only supposed to be guilty to. Okay, so you need to keep that in mind for any future.
Where's the lighter she at?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll need to get that back in regards to the situation.
Yes, sir.
Can you take her on back and then just come back and holler at me for a second?
We'll leave her up front right now.
That's fine.
We'll go with